So Uber is secretly sharing, and Lyft is doing the same, information regarding riders that have COVID with 29 different countries with their health officials, right? Because the inquiries are made with Uber. They say, hey, we have information that so-and-so used your platform. We have the receipts. We need to do contact tracing. What is contact tracing? It's a thing that America really doesn't do and should do. They did it very, very well overseas in New Zealand and in Germany. That's when you trace back everyone that individual had contact with in the last 2 weeks. Who did they come into contact with? Who could they have infected because they were in a specific place at a specific time, and they could have been in your car, right? So if an individual had it and did not know it, asymptomatic, catching Uber after Uber to work, to here, to there, to meetings, and infecting drivers, these health officials now know, okay, well, he met with that person who then drove him to that place, so we can start contacting those individuals, do contact tracing. But this is information that Uber and Lyft is secretly sharing with these health officials in 29 countries, 560 times. It blows my mind. 560 times, 148 times in the United States. Who wasn't informed? You, the driver. You were not informed. You were not informed that you may or may not have had an individual in your car who had COVID-19, which leads me to believe, why have there quietly been all of these deactivations, right? Wrongful deactivations. It could very, very well be because of this COVID. And we need attorneys, class action attorneys, to look into this. We need attorneys to subpoena this data, because if they put us in harm's way, we have a case. If they knew from health officials that an individual was in our car who had COVID-19 and they did not notify us, they have a massive problem. Maybe 560 different people teaming up, suing Uber, drivers and riders, right? Because that rider should have been shut down, should not have been passed around, and you should have been notified. Everyone needs to be on the same page here, right? And why do I speak like this? Why do I sort of sound a little bit like a doctor? Because I honestly, 2 to 3 times a week, I speak to a specialist, right, in Germany. I'm not saying he's a Fauci type of guy, but he's a doctor, he's a surgeon. He consults for several people in this field. He's on the team that supplies the testing kits, the best testing kits in the world. His name's Dr. Broschek, right? They have a testing success rate of 98%. So you're getting all of this data from someone who really, really knows. I don't want to go out there and just make like big major statements, bold statements that I cannot back up. I listen, I learn, I share, right? So contact tracing, I was very curious about it, looked it up, spoke to him. How does the testing take place? How far do they go back on the contact tracing? These type of things we should go out and learn about and inform ourselves about. And most importantly of all, there needs to be transparency. Transparency from Uber and Lyft towards its drivers, towards its riders. Do not put multiple people in harm's way, because you have the information. You're just not sharing it with us. You're just secretly sharing it with health officials in 29 countries, 560 times, 148 times in the United States. Again, I'm going to repeat this like a parrot. Why have so many people been deactivated? Is it because of this? Your comments, please.